You ready for a shop tour of a messy shop? I'm in the shop today and I thought maybe I would finally give you a shop tour. Cause who doesn't love a shop tour? Woo! It's shop tour time. Before I begin, let me just say, my wife really loves me. Also, I'd love to have your suggestions. I'm gonna be redoing some of this shop. I've had it in place now for probably 3 years. I'm gonna be transitioning into making it more of a permanent space of this is where this goes, this is where this goes. No kidding, my dust collection isn't even permanent. Like, I'm probably losing suction because I just have it pressure fitted together. If I kick it, it would fall all to pieces. So don't kick it. So a good number of my tools I've gotten off of Craigslist, or I got from people who just didn't want them anymore, or I'm not gonna lie, I use my coaching checks, which are pretty good, and I get tools. I love making things. I make so much stuff for my family. I learned all of it on YouTube. None of it has ever been taught to me by, you know, a professional, unless it was on a YouTube video by a professional. So I mean, if you want to learn this stuff, you can too, for sure. Learn whatever you want. I wanted to learn some electrical, watch a YouTube video, did the electrical. Don't worry, called Courtney's uncle, he checked whatever I've done, I'm solid. Don't do electrical on your own without someone checking it. That's a bad idea. You might burn your house down. Simon says don't burn your house down. Not a good idea. So we might as well start at the beginning. First off, the shop, super hot mess. Second, it's a super hot mess. It's not good. The house I live in was built by my wife's parents, primarily her father and family. They're really good at that stuff, which is awesome. So we decided to buy that house. The garage is a 2-car garage with sort of like a workshop utility bay that we don't park cars in. This is kind of like my mechanics bay. This is a very large cabinet that her father built. I can't bring myself to get rid of this cabinet. I don't even really know what I'm doing with it yet. It's here and it's super well built. Like, it's welded together on the inside and then just has some OSB on the outside. But I can't get rid of it. I don't get rid of anything of his. It's so hard. So oops. Hi, honey.
Am I to understand that our children have not had a meal yet today and you're out here making a YouTube video? Is that what I am to understand?
I was trying to be fast.
Uh-huh. Feed the children, please.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm getting right on it. I told the kids I was gonna make this video quick and then feed them.
You didn't even feed them breakfast today!
Oh, I thought you did.
No!
Oh,
that's why I told you to get up and make breakfast.
I didn't hear that, but I asked Robbie and Robbie said that they all had breakfast.
You already messed it up.
I don't like that.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
It's yogurt.
Is it fun if we don't like it?
Yeah.
I don't like jelly.
What?
There is no jelly in it.
And this is why sometimes I just forget to feed them. Because they're not happy anyway. Are you?
Mm-mm.
There's no jelly in there. Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Parenting. Okay, where were we? Oh, yes, the cabinet. So, there it is. I'm probably gonna keep it. I built this wall right here, so that way I could put a wood rack on this side. And then later on, I was gonna put plastic up, so that way the light could come through from over here, through that wall, and in here, but then the dust would stay over there. Of course, I haven't done it. Who here is surprised? Because like I said, I'm in the state of like moving things around and get everything set up. The router table looks like a hot mess. You'll notice that there is a welder here. My goal this year is to learn to use that welder. I've welded before, but it's been a really long time, and I gotta relearn. Say hi, honey.
Hi.
Dust collector number 1. This one here is a Harbor Freight dust collector. All right, as we move into the main part of the shop, over here, I have a much needed TV. We don't have cable, we have internet, and we stream everything. So we have a Roku box here, and that's how I watch a lot of my YouTube videos, believe it or not, not on my phone. So if you don't get a lot of comments from me, it doesn't mean I'm not watching. It just means I can't comment. Utility sink, you know, with wood on top, because that's normal. My air compressor is down in the basement, and you know, comes up here, hose goes in. It's not the most ideal setup because then the hose is all over the shop. Over here I have my chop station. Still working on the dust collection for that. As you can see, the hose sticks out there, but normally what I do is I just turn it, I put it into that hole down there, and then it gets sucked into the dust collector there. My drill press, Harbor Freight drill press. This here is a belt and disc sander from Grizzly. Keep my Forstner bits in there, keep my router bits in there. Over here we have the garage door, and this is sort of where I need help as well. My bandsaw, we are almost ready to use it. I have to tune it up, but it is all assembled. Right next to it is my propane heater for the winter. I love this thing, it's very, very good. Heats up the whole shop with no issues whatsoever. Then over here is my dust collector. I have a 2-stage. So the dust comes down this pipe into the separator, from the separator into the bag. I'd like to say that that separator works, but it doesn't. And that will be something to change too. I'm probably gonna go to more of a cyclone because that is gonna be way more effective. This here is a countertop and a dog kennel with an indoor and outdoor run. I love it and I hate it. I love it because I can put the dogs in it. I hate it because it means I could never move this countertop. And I'm never gonna take it out because, like most stuff that was built by Courtney's dad, it is built really, really, really well. Like, good luck getting it out. Keep all my bits and bobs, fasteners, you name it, all over here. Gotta have something better than that. You'll see the blue labels. It tells me what's in that drawer, because I forget. And actually, all these are wrong, because none of that stuff's in there anymore. Craftsman tool cabinet that I refinished. It used to be really skunky looking. This is a scroll saw that was bent, not a square. I fixed it, and that was $10. I've got some of my hand saws over here. And you'll notice that I have some hand saws over there. I have an issue collecting hand saws. Cabinet that used to be a desk that I turned into this lovely place where I put my planes. To protect the blades a bit, I put them on this strip right here. I just put it up on there. And it keeps the blade from touching anything. Pencils, remotes, measuring stuff, sunglasses just in case. More measuring stuff. There's usually like 7 or 8 tape measures in there, not more. Wood cut-offs. More wood cut-offs. More wood cut-offs. Sheet good wood cut-offs. Lots and lots of wood cut-offs. Did someone say wood cut-offs? If you work with wood, this is an issue I know you have. Wood and metal, we've got lots and lots of cut-offs. This cabinet here has to go. I don't like that this is open, but it was a cabinet that was connected. I cut it in half. So it's got 3 doors, an opening, not working for me. Need to change it. This is probably the only place where I've got good cabinet storage that works. But even that, I sort of want to redo. I built this cabinet here, which I really, really love. It's strong, durable. It's built out of oak plywood, so it's not going anywhere. Something that I think is extremely versatile is a utility cart. One side, I can hang some clamps and tools. Here, I hang all my clamps on this pipe. Put cutoffs at the bottom, planer on the top. Planer's not staying there. Typically what I do is I pick the planer up and put it over there. The only reason I have it on top of that thing is because it's a whole lot easier for me to pick up than if it were lower. It's at hand height. I reach over, pick it up, put it on this beast of a table back here, and then I'm good. This here, basically it's a mess. This was early on in my woodworking, and I decided to take on this challenge of making some sort of cabinet. These are drawers. They're not good. So they slide out, except for the one that says safety, which is the one I need the most. In here are all of my chargers. Sharpening station right there. Wood storage rack up here. My dust collection goes up along the ceiling, because again, I've got like 10-foot ceilings in here. That goes all the way to there because I thought I was gonna put my bandsaw over here, which obviously I didn't do. And this one comes down to the table saw and a floor sweep, which is right there. This joiner, Grizzly joiner, is a friend of mine's. Old bandsaw, I actually love this thing. This thing's not bad. If you see one on Craigslist, get it, but don't pay over $100 for it for sure. What I would tell you is that as soon as you get it, replace the tires on it, because that was the first thing to go for me, the tires. Thought I was gonna get rid of it when I got the other one, and I decided, no, I'm gonna keep it because it comes in handy. A lot of talk about table saws and which one you should get. Now, if I could do it again and I had a ton of money, there'd be two saws I would get, a Powermatic or a Saw Stop. When I got the saw, I saved up for quite a long time, and I sprung for the 7-foot rails. This comes with it, this little like tabletop here. But listen, the saw itself, awesome. I love it. If you're a woodworker and you don't have a ton of money to spend, but you wanna really ramp up your game, this is not a bad saw to have. You dial it in and everything is great. And Grizzly is a great company. Yeah, it's all made in China. I get it, I feel you. This thing, it's worth it. They're a good company. A lot of my stuff's from Grizzly. And it's not just because it's cheap, it's because it actually works. Like this guy down here. That thing cleans the air for me. It just sucks all the fine dust up through a filter and I'm good. So I built this giant 4x6 outfeed table. A lot of storage underneath. But do I love it? No, not at all. I want to do something different. I think I only need, at best, maybe a 4-foot by 4-foot, and then I can slide a tool in. I don't know. I need something different. It's heavy. I can jump up and down on it. I mean, it is built rock solid. It was all used from recycled materials from the house. This isn't working. It's too big. I can't even get to all the sides. Like I'm reaching around and I can't get to it. 9 times out of 10, it just has stuff sitting on it. I mean, look, I gotta clean it before I even get to it. Everybody remembers this guy, right? Whoa, so much fun to cut pieces of metal with. I made this cabinet for somebody and I have yet to finish it. Courtney wasn't kidding when she said I don't really finish projects. This is my newest addition, the rigid spindle sander. Love it. This bench back here, it looks cooler than it is. It's not that amazing. I hate this bench. It's one of those things where when you first get into something and you think you need something, you go out and you get it right away. And then you realize later on down the line, you're like, why the heck did I buy this? This is such junk. So what I'd really like to do is build my own. And that way it's exactly what I need. So that's the main part of my shop. Through that door right there, we could go down and look at what's in there. It's mostly just more cutoff storage. I might have a problem with collecting cutoffs. Wood's expensive. Who wants to keep buying more wood? I find a use for every little piece of wood, right? Oh well. If you've got some ideas that you want to share with me, please do. I'd love to hear them. And try to incorporate it into my new shop, which is going to be the same shop that looks different. So I will call it New Shop. And then I will have a second shop tour, hopefully when it's clean and looks cool. If you like this video and you want to see some videos where I build things, check it out down here. If you want to learn some more crazy stuff about me and Courtney, then check it out down here. I think one's here and one's here. I don't really know. I just put videos down here. Click on it, watch them, have a great day, or weekend, night, evening. Say hello.
Hi.
That's all you got?